Picture this. You're about to sign a massive contract, right? Or maybe you're pouring cash into a hot new startup, or even just hiring a contractor to fix up your house in Colorado. But hold on, how do you actually know they are who they claim to be? Well, in the next few minutes of this explainer, you're going to learn an absolute game changer of a skill. We're talking how to verify any Colorado business entity online completely for free in under 60 seconds. Let's get right into it.
So, is that Colorado business actually legitimate? It sounds like a simple question, but man, getting it wrong can cost you big time. We live in a world where literally anyone can spin up a beautiful, totally professional-looking website for, what, 20 bucks? Because of that, it's so easy to just assume that a slick logo and a nice web domain equals a legitimate law-abiding business. But honestly, that is a super dangerous assumption. The crazy part? It is incredibly easy to verify this stuff online through the state's official registry, but so many people just skip this step. Whether you're an everyday citizen, a high-stakes investor, or a fresh entrepreneur, mastering this database search is an absolute must to protect yourself from bad actors and avoid some massive legal headaches down the road.
Here's our roadmap for this explainer. We'll quickly cover why you need to check an entity's status, walk through a step-by-step search guide, decode what those search results actually mean, troubleshoot some common hiccups, look at practical applications, and wrap up with an important legal disclaimer.
All right, Section 1. Why check status? Protecting yourself and your investments.
Okay, let's dive right into this list. Who actually relies on this database? Well, basically anyone doing business in the state. Entrepreneurs use it all the time to make sure their new LLC name is available so their filings don't bounce back. Investors, they use it for baseline due diligence before handing over a single dime of capital. Everyday consumers use it to dodge those awful fly-by-night scams before paying for services. Legal pros rely on it constantly to check compliance during litigation. And lenders, a bank literally won't approve a commercial loan if the entity isn't legally recognized and authorized to hold assets. So yeah, this isn't just some niche tool for lawyers. It's your fundamental first line of defense for literally any professional relationship you enter into.
Moving on to Section 2, Step-by-Step Search Guide, Navigating the Colorado SOS Portal.
Let's break down the exact mechanics of this search. It's highly practical and honestly incredibly easy. Step 1, you just head over to the official website at coloradosos.gov. Step 2, select the Business Database Search option right there from the main menu. Step 3, punch your search criteria into the system. And Step 4, scan your results and click on the specific entity ID. Boom, that brings you to the company's summary page. Think of this page as their digital fingerprint. You'll uncover vital details like their exact formation date, their principal operating address, and the name of their registered agent. The best part? It's completely free, and you don't even need to create a login.
Now, when you're entering your search criteria, you've actually got a couple of different options. First up is the business name search. Say you're looking up a hypothetical company. Let's call it Apex Dynamics. A name search is fantastic if you're an entrepreneur checking to see if that exact name is available for your new startup. But full disclosure, it requires precise spelling. A misplaced comma or a weird abbreviation can totally derail it. So, alternatively, you can use the entity ID search. The state assigns every single registered business a unique 11-digit number. If you have that number, maybe you found it on a contract, an invoice, or official correspondence, absolutely use it. Searching by the document number or entity ID is highly recommended because it's infinitely faster, completely bypasses spelling errors, and gives you instantaneous, laser-accurate results.
Which brings us to Section 3, Decoding the Search Results. What the statuses actually mean.
Okay, understanding these status labels is really the meat of this explainer. Once you find the business, you'll see a status, and getting this wrong is exactly where people get hurt. Good standing means the entity is current on all its required filings and fees. Basically, it's generally safe to proceed. Now, non-compliant means they missed a crucial deadline, like filing their periodic report. The state gives a 60-day grace period here. You should definitely proceed with caution. I mean, it could just be an administrative goof, but it's a yellow flag for sure. Then we have delinquent. This means they failed to fix that non-compliance within the grace period. This is a huge high-risk situation because a delinquent entity is literally not legally authorized to operate or enter into contracts. And finally, dissolved means the entity is completely inactive. Maybe they closed it voluntarily, or maybe the state forcibly shut them down for being delinquent. Either way, absolutely avoid doing any new business with a dissolved entity.
All right, let's hit pause for a second because there is a massive misconception we need to clear up right now regarding the role of the state. The Colorado Secretary of State acts strictly under what's called a ministerial duty as a filing registry. What does it actually mean for you? It means they do not actively investigate,
audit, or run background checks on these companies upon registration. So if a business shows up as being in good standing, it merely confirms their paperwork and nominal fees are currently paid up. That's it. It does not guarantee the business is ethical, financially solvent, or immune to fraud. It's an administrative check, not a golden seal of government approval. You still have to do your own homework.
Let's jump to Section 4, Troubleshooting Common Issues, Overcoming Search Hurdles.
So what happens when your search comes up totally empty? It can be super frustrating. Usually, punctuation errors are the biggest culprit. Commas, periods, and apostrophes can completely ruin exact name matches in this legacy system, so just leave them out entirely. Next, be aware of processing delays. Instant online filings show up right away, but traditional paper filings take much longer to hit the database. Also, watch out for ID confusion. Remember that 11-digit entity ID we just talked about? Well, it is not the same thing as a federal tax ID or an employer identification number from the IRS. Don't try searching with those federal numbers, it won't work. And finally, hidden names. Failing to check trade names, which you probably know as DBAs or doing business as, can lead to missed records. For example, a company might legally be registered as Apex Dynamics LLC, but they operate day-to-day under the trade name Apex Consulting. You've got to search the exact trade name to find their underlying corporate record.
Now for Section 5, Practical Applications, Applying Your New Knowledge.
To really hammer home why all of this matters, I want to share a powerful quote from a submission to the Colorado Fraudulent Business Filings Working Group by Greg Warch. He said, "Unlike businesses, bad actors don't want to be found. They do everything they can to be as anonymous and hidden as possible because they don't have customers. Instead, they create victims." Wow, that perfectly captures the gravity of doing your due diligence. Fraudsters will absolutely exploit the ease of online business registration to create a veneer of legitimacy, which is exactly why you have to exploit the ease of online business verification to see right through them and protect yourself.
So how do we take this data and actively apply it to protect our own businesses on an ongoing basis? Here are a few actionable security steps. First, go sign up for the Secretary of State's email notifications. This lets you immediately monitor any unauthorized changes made to your business record, which is super critical for fighting business identity theft. Second, assign a specific, trusted person in your organization to regularly monitor the status so deadlines aren't missed. Third, you can actually download certified copies of your documents directly from the portal entirely for free, which you're often going to need when opening a business bank account or securing a loan. And lastly, if your business address or registered agent changes, file those updates immediately. Do not let your company slip into noncompliance over a simple address change.
Finally, Section 6, Important Legal Disclaimer, Protecting Your Decisions.
As we wrap up this explainer, please keep this extremely important disclaimer in mind. This explainer provides educational guidance on accessing public records and does not constitute legal or financial advice. We're just here to show you exactly how these database tools work and what the specific administrative terms mean. But listen, navigating corporate structures can get highly complex. You should always consult a qualified legal or financial professional for specific inquiries, complex transactions, or any concerns related to business law.
Which brings us to our final thought. You're now armed with a step-by-step process, a crystal-clear understanding of what these legal statuses really mean, and the actionable steps to protect your own entity. So, what will you uncover about your next business partner? Seriously, don't wait until the ink is dry on the contract or the money has left your account. Take 60 seconds, jump into that Colorado database, and find out the absolute truth for yourself. Thanks for joining me on this explainer. Get out there and happy searching.